Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2. Talk again.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. 1 2 1 2. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, we're live.
All right.
I didn't think I pushed the button for Ryan. Hey, welcome to a special edition of Davey's American Racing. I'm coming to you live from Fallon, Nevada.
Lovelock, Nevada.
Uh-oh. I just got fired. I'm so used to saying Fallon. We're coming to you live from Lovelock, Nevada. Sorry about that, Galen. We're here for a special weekend here in Lovelock. I'm here for the, well, it's going to start. My screen is not cooperating. It's been like this all weekend. Look at this. It's doing it again. There. It's been doing that all weekend. Hang on for a second. Let me get off there. We're still on the air, so hang on here. Come over here. Now we have to find something real quick. Galen, tell us what show we're at.
We're at the Lovelock Street Fever Show and Shine here in Lovelock, Nevada at the Round Courthouse on the lawn underneath the trees, and some beautiful cars here this weekend.
I'll tell you what, we do have some great looking cars that are here. We're going to give it a couple of minutes, see who comes online here. I'll know in a little bit here. But a great weekend for the car show. You know, I want to say thank you to the rest of you and the crew. This is my third year with you guys here as the DJ here, which has been a great honor.
Well, thank you for coming. It was glad to have you here. At least we're in the shade this year and not out on the street where it's a little warmer.
Well, last year, if you remember right, the people were here and come to here last night. It was raining all weekend. Not a heavy rain, just enough to get the cars and the grass wet. So we had to move the cars onto the streets. So it made it a little bit hectic, but it still made a good show. And we had like 60-something cars still.
Yes. And this year, yesterday, we counted a total of 80 cars. A lot of new ones this year. Really expensive cars out here. If I had to pick one to take home myself, I'd have a hard choice, wouldn't you?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, there's so many looking, regular looking cars, street rods, rat rods, motorcycles. We got one 18-wheeler out here. And I'll tell you what, sitting right in front of me. I can't turn the cameras on, but I'll do that in a little bit. I love that truck there, and I love the color of it.
That truck there, I talked to him earlier yesterday, and he tore it all the way down to the frame and started it all the way to the top. And it shows. There's that's a lot of
wax on and wax off.
Yes, that's a beautiful car.
Truck. You know, it's a good thing that movie came out because nobody would ever done that. Wax on and wax off.
No.
Hey, before we even get started for some of the questions I'm going to be asking you, why don't you give a shout out to your crew behind you?
I have my president here is Diane Serini, and then myself as the vice president. The secretary is Michelle Comers. The treasurer is Patty Reese, my wife. And then I have Jeff Macedo, Ed Macedo, Barbara Macedo, and then Diane Wilkes and Michaela. They come from Fallon. So actually, I have about 6 people that live in Lovelock that start putting on the show. We'll start in about January or so. And those 6 people, we start ordering trophies and the shirts and everything like that. We take pictures of the best of show and the runner-up, and then we send it to our shirt people, and then they start designing, and we always have to get a proof to make sure that they match and everything. So it takes a lot of time. And then then the people from Fallon come out and help us. And so this is our car show, and we all enjoy it.
You know, of all the car shows that I do during the year, which is about maybe 8 of them every year, I love coming out here to Lovelock because it's a small community, but it's one of the biggest car shows around in Nevada.
Well,
I won't say the biggest. Reno,
Yeah.
We'll leave Reno out of this for a little bit.
We had 80 cars this year. I was hoping to get 100, but hey, I'll take 80, and maybe next year we'll get that 100. But I'm really pleased with the turnout of the cars and the people. And we actually had a car that traveled 310 miles this year to come to the show. And he said he'll be back next year and he's going to bring a couple of his friends. So maybe that'll get us to the 100 mark.
I remember either last year or the year before, we had people from Oregon coming in, Washington, California.
Yes, those people were going to come this year. They pre-registered, but they had plans come up, graduations and stuff like that, so they couldn't make it. But they're already registered for next year, so we'll see what happens.
Well, how long has this car show been going on?
Since 1986.
Well, you don't look that old either, man.
You want to see my gray hairs?
Since 1986, and it was the first one held here in the park?
The first one was held down at the Jack's Sports Bar parking lot.
Oh, I bet you that was a small show.
I think so. I wasn't involved with it back then, but I can't really guess on how many they had.
Well, it's like all the other ones. Once you get one started, 15, 20 show up. Next year, you get more and more because the word's out. Hey, it's a great little car show. Great people putting on, which you do have behind you and beside yourself, great people.
Yes. We're real fortunate to have a good group of workers here. And most of us have had kids in our family and we start them young and they help. And then what we usually do is the kids, when they're real young and in grade school, when they get to graduation and everything, the club gives them $500 for helping us.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. If you were to estimate all the cars we've lost a couple of them since yesterday, but that's okay. If you could estimate how much money is on this property right now.
Oh, that's hard.
I know it's hard.
Millions. Yeah, I bet.
I mean, we got cars maybe from $10,000 all the way up to $100,000 cars here this weekend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
a lot of money sitting out there.
They do it. Reason why they love coming out and showing their cars.
Yes, they do.
It's just like
coming here.
Just like you when you race, you used to take your cars out there and we just go racing.
Yeah.
Same
That's
thing.
Their
there.
enthusiasm.
Yeah. So any famous people ever come up while you people have had the show? Any famous people show up?
Well, we have one person here now is Al Opio. He owns his own shop, custom and rod shop in Reno. He's here, and there's a couple more. I think they're famous people because they're really good people over from Reno too. That Joe Bugatti, he's really been. He comes every year. His brother used to come, but his brother's not feeling well, so he couldn't make it. But Joe Bugatti and Al Opio, they're awesome people.
Now,
and they love coming to this show. They always tell me, we don't care if we win. We just want to come here, sit underneath the trees, meet people, and have a good time. And they love coming to this show.
Well, that's what a car show is about, coming out, showing what you got and meeting the people. Maybe they've been here before or new people coming in, getting to meet them because they definitely ask questions about the truck, the cars, the Jeeps, whatever they got out here.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
And they give a lot of advice to young rodders that we have here that, first start out and buying their car. They'll go over and talk to them and they'll give them advice on maybe what to do and what not to do to try to keep it original.
That definitely right there.
When you go to a car show, you want to try to keep your car original as you can because that's what makes a car in a car show is keeping it original.
Well, I love the rat rods. So we got a couple, 3 rat rods out here too. So.
Yeah, we got some rat rods and we got some nice looking motorcycles over there. And it turned out really nice.
In fact, they're not, I won't say cheap motorcycles. They're expensive motorcycles, the way they got them designed, the paint jobs they got on them.
Yeah.
We got from Fallon over here to my left, your left. They're all over the place. But again, this is a great little car show. And again, I want to thank the Sheriff's Department. They get involved as well.
Yes, the Sheriff's Department, they cooked breakfast and lunch yesterday, and they cooked breakfast today. And I don't know about you, but I got breakfast. I couldn't finish it all.
They do give you a lot for breakfast, which all goes to a good proceeds. It goes for the DARE community around here for the Pershing County DARE program they've got going here. So that's where all the proceeds go for them too. So that's pretty good too.
All the proceeds that we have for this car show, we give scholarships every year to kids that are going to go in the future and do paint and body shop, or engines or upholstery or something like that.
Hang on.
We give,
You people walking behind me, wave because you're live.
but we give out scholarships to that, and this year we gave out 2 scholarships, and they'll be here right before we start awards at noon to tell them where they're going and what they're doing, because they're the ones that help pay for them.
Yeah, you guys give away a lot of awards for this car show. A lot.
Yeah, we have our best of show and our runner-up trophy. I think the best of show trophy is about as tall as I am. It's pretty tall. We went to some different trophies this year. I hope they like them. I'm trying to change trophies up because I know people get tired of putting them on the dust and they collect dust. So this year we went to a different style trophy. So I hope Davey gets maybe a picture and puts it up on his Facebook page. But
I'll definitely get some pictures of this. Yeah.
I hope they like the trophies that we got this year.
Yeah, that's good. Hang on for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
I got some people. I always like to say hi to the people that come on here. I got Eric Thompson. How you doing, Eric? Tina Gold, how you doing? Both from California. See, Tina just got back from church. God bless you. Thank you. Hey, brother, great day for a show and shine. That's a Facebook user. Whoever said that, put your name down there. That way I can see who it was. All right, I'm sorry, but I like to get in there and get the people that are tuning in. I know a lot of people are Sunday. It's just kickback day and forget about Davey's American Racing. No, just kidding. Yeah. But again, in a few minutes, we'll be having the presentations for best cars and whatever else, best of show and everything like that. You know,
we do.
And you do a good job about it.
Well, I try to, there's some people here that I've been giving awards to for years.
They joke back with you when you give it. They give it back to you too.
I joke with some of them and I tease them and stuff like that. I try to put some humor in the awards and stuff like that.
So, but again,
the awards will be at noon, and I'm kind of looking forward to it.
So, anything different for next year?
I hope more cars.
More cars. That's what we always count on. More cars.
Kind of weather.
Yeah, this is awesome weather. It's been in the high 70s.
Yes, it's
almost
been
80 yesterday, but it's been beautiful. Like last year we had rain, but this year it's been great. And I'm talking to you earlier because it rained during the week here, and you were sweating it, buddy.
It rained here Sunday night is hard. The streets were flooded. And then it rained Monday evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I kind of made a prayer to not give us any rain for the weekend, and Mother Nature was nice and gave us this beautiful weather.
Well, next time you do that, call me after the prayer, and I'll do a rain dance for no rain.
Yes, I can do that.
That'd be awesome. Well, Galen, I think that's about it. I want to keep this short. I want to get the music going for everybody because they're all sitting there nice and bored, looking, no music, their heads not bobbing.
It looks like we got some people that want to dance or something.
Yes, you know what? When I first got here for the first year, I was playing country, a lot of hard rock and roll, and I watch people's head when I do things like this. Nobody was shaking their heads or anything. So I came back the second year. So I started playing a lot of the oldies from the 60s and part of the 70s. Not as much rock and roll, but through there, some of the top hits that we used to have. And all of a sudden, I could see their heads bouncing all over the place. And all weekend long, some of the people I've never met before come, hey, you're playing the type of music we should be playing to. So I just tell them, I'm going to look at the age of the cars. Old people like us, what we grew up with.
Like
yeah. Well, I'm
I think
older.
you're older
I'm older
than
than
me.
you are, but yeah. And all of a sudden, so I started playing this music, and all of a sudden their heads are doing this to the music. And like I said, all weekend they become, this is the best music we've ever heard at any show. So
yeah, I think a lot of them like the 50s and 60s, because they go to some car shows in Reno where the A&W root beer used to be there on Kitski and stuff like that. And they played that old music and they like that, So I think you got it down now, Davey, that they know the music. So.
Yeah, well, that's very important, the music, what kind it is. Like I said, they played the country and all that stuff. And Johnny Starr, your long-time DJ, who was here yesterday, it was good to see him.
Yes.
He says, no country when I first met him.
These, you might play one or two country, but after that, if you play more, I think you're going to get booed out of here, and you might get some knives or something thrown at you. But, one or two is not bad. But I think the music that you're playing is pretty good, Davey boy. And Thank you very much.
Well, Galen Reese, I want to thank you for coming on. And, I'm going to cut it short. Normally come back on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. It's for about an hour and a half sometimes. That depends on what I'm covering. But I told you I want to come live and tell people about your car show every year here. Come here. Come back here. Come back here. Right behind us.
Yes, sir.
Right now, you can say hi to anybody you want. You're live on Davey's American Racing. You're live. Just look into the camera and say hi to anybody you want.
Hello, everybody. You should have came to the show. It was awesome. Have a good day.
Thank you. That was good to say there. Get hubby over here real quick. But again, Galen, it's always a good weekend here. The first weekend in June. So been really fortunate every weekend that you've had. I've not been scheduled for any races or anything that weekend, which has been good.
Yeah, I had a couple of people ask about trying to maybe schedule a race on a Saturday night or a Friday night. And that way maybe some of these car people could take their cars out to the races and, see some of the racers out there and see some of the horsepower and smell some of that nice fuel that's burned out there and stuff, all that. So that's something that I might have to work with and see what we can have happen.
Yeah, I never even thought about it. That's a good idea. Is Brett here right now, or is he gone?
He's not here.
He's not here today. Well, we could talk to Brett about that. We're talking about Lovelock Speedway right here in Lovelock, too. So, which I'm the track announcer at. Had to make sure I say that.
Yes.
But let me do something real quick here before we sign off. Hey, everybody out there. If you can make your way right behind me, we're going to say hi live on Davey's American Races. So everybody come back right behind us. Come on, everybody. You kids, come on. Come on. Before we shut it down, everybody come over here. Come on. Anybody else? Come on. You too, sir. You can come behind her. We're live. Don't get nervous now. Come on, kids.
Come on over here.
She's got to grab your hand. That way she can get some encouragement. All right, everybody look in that camera and say, hey, Lovelock, Nevada.
Right there.
Hey, Lovelock, Nevada.
All right, thank you, kids. Okay, again, I want to thank Galen Reese and his crew behind me for putting on a great car show and shine. I should add on there, Galen. So it's a pleasure,
Davey,
buddy.
And I'll be watching you for your show on Facebook and send you a comment. But thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you, Galen. Go back to work because you're going to be having the awards banquet in about 45 minutes here. Again, thank you, Galen. I want to thank anybody else on there. Laurie Bauer Sox, how you doing? AJ, hey, was that you, AJ Kentz? That's cool. It's good to have you on here. Anybody else I missed? Yeah, there's a lot of people on here, but I've got to get going because I got to turn the music back on for all these people out here. I have to turn the music off while I was doing the broadcast here. But again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's Davey coming to you live from Lovelock, Nevada at the Show and Shine right here in Lovelock, Nevada. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Davey's American Racing.